Chills, Thrills, and Blood Spills presents The First Transformation. Do like, share, and subscribe.
As I walked to the edge of the forest, I had never felt more alone in my life. Ever since the sickening truth, I could sense some changes. When I tried to bite into food, I could feel my teeth aching. My eyes were unrecognizable from their usual brown color. My fingers seemed to grow a couple of inches as well.
I tried to convince the priest, but his words were unyielding.
There's nothing I can do, Arthur. This is a curse that was put on your family from before you were born. Your father was, to put it mildly, not the most pleasant of men. You see, people in this town, they kill. But they only kill for food. Your father, however, killed wolves for fun. For sport. There are consequences for cruelty.
But I am going to have a child. A little girl. Why must she suffer for no fault of hers?
I did not put the curse. I cannot undo it. Raise your girl well, Arthur. Let her be a child for as long as possible. And when the time comes, tell her.
It was 2 days after my 16th birthday that I first noticed it. There was some hair sticking out from my shoulder and parts of my arm. I shrugged it off. It was probably nothing.
The next morning, I was about to have breakfast when my father walked in, and as he did, his eyes went wide with surprise. Or was it a look of horror? I couldn't tell. He asked me to finish my breakfast quickly and that there was something important he had to tell me. 10 minutes later, we were walking towards the clear lake at the edge of the forest. He asked me to look down into the water. I did so and saw what my father must have seen. I wanted to scream, but the words that came out of my mouth were, "That is not right, is it? Why are my eyes yellow?"
I want you to listen to me carefully, Lisa. In 3 days' time, there will be a full moon. Your body will change. Everything about you will. You will feel like hurting people. I just need you to remember who you are underneath the madness.
The full weight of his words sunk in, and my world seemed to have been thrown off its axis. Are you telling me I am a werewolf? Why would you keep it from me all this time? Are you a werewolf too?
It skips a generation. It's an ancient curse that was inflicted upon our family. My father was not a kind man, and now we must pay for his sins till eternity.
I buried my head in my hands and sobbed. As I walked to the edge of the forest, I had never felt more alone in my life. Ever since the sickening truth, I could sense some changes in my body. When I tried to bite into food, I could feel my teeth aching, straining to get longer. My eyes were unrecognizable from their usual brown color by now. My fingers seemed to grow a couple of inches as well. I stood in a clear space near the forest, the full moon directly in my line of sight. There was a crackle all of a sudden, like the sound of a bone snapping. Sharp, shooting pain flooded through every pore as I grew taller. By the end, I was standing on my toes. Hair grew on every part of my body like a layer of fur. My skin seemed to have a mind of its own as it sagged and stretched. At some parts, it seemed to peel off my body like strips of wax, and the pain was excruciating. I tried to scream, but my voice was no longer human, and only a low howl came out. My ears became pointed, and the blood seemed to have been sucked from my very soul as I could hear the whispers in the forest. My nose was no longer a nose, it was a weird pointed snout, all covered with straggly brown fur. The teeth could also stop straining, for they were fully formed fangs now. I loped around the forest, my brain still holding on to the last bits of sanity it could find amidst the beast that had taken over my body and almost all of my mind. I kept on howling as a call for help, and I could hear the other wolves howl back. But if they they saw me in the flesh like this, they would run. If I saw myself in the water's reflection right now, I would run too. For tonight, I was a monster, and nothing could change that. When I woke up the next morning, I was lying on the forest floor as myself again. Elizabeth Mueller. The only evidence of the madness of last night was a dried blood mark on my left wrist. In my agonized state, I must have ended up biting myself. As I walked back home, a sense of calm washed over me. This was how it was. For now and forever. This was my fate, my life, and I had to live it. The best I could. My curse. My gift. I howled as the sun came up.
This is an original story by Chills, Thrills, and Blood Spills. If you like the story, please hit the like button and subscribe for more stories like this.